Bubby, my old teddy bear, sat untouched for years in my closet. Mom had stitched his left ear after a mysterious rip I never questioned. Last week, when I saw a man at the flea market selling identical bears, only these had tiny cameras in the eyes, I froze. That same night, Dad shouted at me for bringing Bubby out again. He'd never raised his voice before. My hands trembled. Something about Bubby wasn't right, and I was about to find out why. Dad stood frozen when he saw Bubby on the coffee table. Where did you get that? His voice cracked. It was always mine, I said. His eyes locked onto the stitched ear, then he backed away. Some things should stay buried. That night, I couldn't sleep. I held Bubby under the lamp. Searching, the stitches looked too neat recent. Had someone fixed him again? I had to know what made Dad panic. I had to know what Bubby had seen. I carefully unstitched Bubby's ear. My breath caught inside was a small black chip. Vincent, my father, barged in, eyes wide. You touched it, he asked. I nodded. Why was it there? He hesitated. I didn't know, not until it was too late. I stared at him, my heart pounding. If he wasn't responsible, then who placed it, and why had he kept it secret all these years? The next day, I tracked down the flea market vendor. He smiled too quickly when I showed him Bubby. Where do you get this model? I asked. We stopped selling those years ago. His eyes darted. Why? He shrugged. Company folded, government rated it. My chest tightened. I snapped a photo of his ID badge as he turned. Something about his answer didn't sit right. It felt rehearsed, too clean. At home, I connected the chip to my laptop. A file loaded grainy footage from years ago. I saw myself as a child playing, singing, then Dad arguing with a stranger in our living room. She doesn't know, Dad shouted. The stranger grinned. She doesn't have to. My pulse raced. The man from the flea market, same voice, same smirk. He'd been in our house, watching us, watching me. I confronted Dad, shaking. He was in our house. Dad collapsed into a chair. I made a mistake. I let them test surveillance toys. They swore it was safe. I gripped Bubby, furious. You let them spy on me. His voice cracked. I didn't know they kept the footage. The twist slammed into me. Dad hadn't protected me. He'd gambled my privacy away. And now, the past was clawing back. I took everything to a local journalist. She listened, then nodded. The story hit headlines within days. Surveillance toys sold as cuddly companions. Parents panicked. The vendor vanished. Dad watched the report in silence. Later he whispered, I failed you. I placed Bubby on the curb. No more secrets. I said it was finally over. Weeks later, Dad knocked on my door. He held out an old photo, me clutching Bubby. I want to earn back your trust. I nodded. Start by telling me everything. We talked for hours. Through his tears, I saw truth. Not the man who failed me, but one trying to make it right. That was enough for now.